Breaking news, Nigerians. Everyone in shock as Chimamanda Adichie introduces Peter Obi as winner of Nigeria's presidential election at U.S.Princeton University lecture. Welcome back to Prospect Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you are just joining us, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Nigerians, anger and disappointment at how Nigeria conducted the 2023 elections, she said, made me write the U.S. President Joe Biden. Nigerian-born award-winning writer Chimamanda Adichie has said. Adichie revealed this while delivering the inaugural Africa World Lecture at Princeton University in the United States. I want to tell the story of what happened, she said. And telling the story of what happened has become important in a world so eager to deny and distort even recent history. Following the February and March 2023 elections in Nigeria and the accompanying disputes, Adichie wrote an open letter to President Joe Biden, pointing out the polls anomalies. I wrote it to bear witness, said the author of Half of a Yellow Sun. In the audience at Adichie's lecture was Mr. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the election. Adichie introduced him to the audience as a man who won the presidential election. In the lecture that dived into her writing career, the motivations behind her works, and the reception they have received around the globe, Adichie talked about how the church, especially the Catholic Church, influenced her work, especially her first novel, The Purple Hibiscus. She chronicled her long-running issues with the church. On the source of her inspiration, she noted that her family believed she was the incarnate of her great-grandmother, who was fresh and called a troublemaker in her time. The author of the award-winning novel, Americana, delivered the inaugural lecture at Richardson Auditorium. Earlier today, the Supreme Court of Nigeria on Thursday affirmed the election of President Bola Tinubu in the February 25th presidential election. The Appeals Court affirmed Tinubu's victory after it dismissed the appeals filed by the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the Labour Party, Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, respectively, and the parties. The applicants had filed the appeals to challenge the dismissal of the petitions by the Presidential Election Petition Court on September 6. The candidates and their parties were challenging the declaration of Tinubu as the winner of the February presidential election by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). The Supreme Court dismissed Atiku and Obi's appeals for lack of merit and therefore upheld the judgment of the Presidential Election Petition Court, which had dismissed their petition for lack of merit. The presiding justice of the panel, John Okoro, earlier on Thursday said the failure to transmit results by INEC did not affect the results of the election. Accordingly, the issue is resolved against the applicant. So, Nigerian appeal courts have affirmed Tinubu's victory. Okay. But Nigerians are not still happy. Some Nigerians are not still happy with the way the Appeals Court handled the case. You understand? Right from the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal Court to the Supreme Court. Understand that Peter Obi and Atiku Abubakar, they took the case to the Presidential Tribunal Court, thinking that those the judges there, the court will, stand for justice according to them. But looking at the way the whole things went, they went ahead. They proceeded to the Supreme Court, But today, the court have dismissed, their petitions, and they affirms Tinubu's election. Well, those people, because in my comment section here, I'm seeing people who are clapping and saying, why did they go to Supreme Court? To me, I see nothing wrong in them forwarding to that. Yes, there is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong at all. You understand? Nothing wrong at all. At least they have gone to the end of justice. The world have seen it. The Nigerians saw what happened. They've gotten to the end of justice, and to them they are satisfied. Whether they have spent money or not, it doesn't matter. But they have gotten to the end of justice. Even when he came up, everything come out like this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The next generations to come will still talk about this election. So guys, let's hear from you. What's your take on this? Chimamanda Adichie introduces Peter Obi as winner of Nigeria's presidential election at the U.S.Princeton University lecture. Let's hear from you. Thank you.